Let's talk about the best quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah.
Kind of thin, and we're going to see the top two at the top of it, but your number one quarterback, Mr.
Yes.
Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
I think he's the surest thing as for counting on somebody with great temperament, great physical abilities, accurate, doesn't make mistakes, and really, turnovers are so enormous on every level of football. He doesn't make them. He's smart. He can pick up different kinds of offenses. I'm not terribly worried about but he hasn't played under center. Aaron Rodgers doesn't play under center. It's okay.
Yeah.
Smart coaches, generally smart coaches don't have top 5 picks, but a smart offensive mind will put him in a position to win with the talent around him.
I see a very similar comparison between Marcus Mariota this year and Teddy Bridgewater last year.
Yes.
Whereas the guy who was just consistently the best passer in college
Absolutely.
goes on to be the best rookie quarterback.
Bridgewater, more of a pro-style system in college, but
Sure.
still, yes, if you're at the top, that's where people try to tear you down.
And we're now, he's too slight.
He's too slight. His ankle thinness. I don't like it. All right, Winston. It's a great pick if we were just watching him on the field and coming from the system that he came from at Florida State. Don't like that the previous 2 Florida State first-round picks, E.J. Manuel and Christian Ponder, they're doing what we do right now. They sit. They sit. They politely sit and watch.
They make a little bit more money sitting.
That is true. That is factually accurate.
Yeah.
But Jameis Winston makes NFL throws, anticipates receiver breaks really well, throws to all parts of the field, throws a nice deep ball, is mobile enough. The worry, the concern is obvious. The ability to deal with being a grown-up is something that I wouldn't say he's mastered at this point.
No.
And if you're going to invest that type of money and that type of responsibility on the field, you want somebody who is just sort of, this is my responsibility. This is when I show up. This is how I treat people. And I don't think he's that.
Yeah, he's got a long ways to go.
Yes.
There. Number 3, we have a very steep drop.
This is where there is a precipitous drop, yes. Brett Hundley, who I like a lot, long-term, given time to develop, finding himself in the right place, not necessarily saying, hey, here's the ball, go lead this group of men. He comes from a system that I'm not crazy about, asked to throw a lot of screens and bubbles and just all sorts of high percentage throws that didn't show off an ability to read defenses, and when he was asked to do that, it was mixed. It wasn't great. He's athletic, he's big, he can change the course of a game. Just, he's not ready to be a winning NFL quarterback.
He's a project.
Yes.
And number 4, Garrett Grayson out of Colorado State.
I think he could be good, comes from a pro-style system. Jim McElwain, who was at Bama, now goes to Florida. Throws a nice deep ball, can get locked in on receivers a little bit too much, but he's solid, has a good feel for the pocket. And I feel like he is somebody that can say, oh wow, he was a 3rd-round pick, he was a 4th-round pick. Somebody like that. Maybe he might fall, but I like his overall talent.
All right, and number 5, Bryce Petty out of a great offense at Baylor.
A great offense, an offense that they don't quite run in the NFL, and that he's asked to make a quick read, make quick decisions, threw a lot of screens this past year, which sort of inflates completion percentage and yards after the catch, sort of make his total yardage look great, but he's built fantastically well. He throws a very nice deep ball. He's had a little bit of injury history. He's got he had a broken back, I don't love, but I think Bryce Petty, his accuracy is great, his ability to lead the team at different tempos is great, and I think with the NFL heading that direction, he could be very good in a couple of years.
Yeah, that same broken back that Tony Romo and Cam Newton had this year.
Yes,
So
and you know what?
It's going around.
There it is.
There you go. Dan Rubenstein's top 5 quarterbacks in this year's draft.
Yes.
Disagree? Too bad.